Hi, my name is Georgina Sear, and I'm just here to share with you a couple of things about iridology. I teach iridology, and there are online courses and classes as well as live courses and classes at iridologycourses.com. So here we have a beautiful blue eye, and each color of eye has certain genetic tendencies and areas where we can see what's going on within the body. So iridology does not diagnose diseases, but it will show genetic predispositions, which is your genetics, which is why they actually use it for identification. They'll use the iris because no two irises are the same. So we all have little genetic tendencies, and it's important to learn how to work with them to stay healthy. And those tendencies are by color and also structure. So each of the lines that come away from the pupil are actually live blood vessels, and they reflect different things that are happening in the body as far as irritation and inflammation and different things like that. So that if you had something going on with your bladder, those tissues or iris fibers would actually show a little bit of irritation and inflammation in those iris fibers that represent the tissue in the bladder. So you can see that the iris really does show you what's going on in the body. And so with a blue eye, there are tendencies. Generally speaking, blue-eyed people usually don't do well with dairy, wheat, and sugar. Their issues tend to be with allergies and issues with the lymphatic system. So I'm going to show you another eye, and this is the second one, is actually kind of a hazel eye. And I know it looks very orange in the picture, and that could be due to the lighting, but they're often an orangey brown or a golden brown. And so by color, the hazel iris tends towards having more issues with digestion and elimination and how they process food. So depending again on the color, because each color means different things. So if it's more yellow, it would have more of a tendency for issues with bladder or kidney. If it was brown, then it has more of a challenge with breaking down foods and utilizing foods, and possibly how the liver actually processes the nutrients in the food. So the third eye is a really deep brown. And you can see that the structure is almost like a carpet or a pudding, where the fibers are really smooth towards the outer edge of the iris. And in these eyes, with them being very brown, they also have tendencies more with digestion. So less of the issues that the blue-eyed person has with allergies, and more to do with how this person actually utilizes their minerals in their food and digestion and how the liver processes everything. So that's not to say that a blue-eyed person can't have allergies, or a brown-eyed person can't have allergies, or a blue-eyed person can't have problems digesting, but it gives you an indication by color, and that's just one of the many, many things that can be seen in the iris. So you really have to take into consideration the color as well as the structure. Each of the structure designs in the iris, such as the one here at 3 o'clock, and then there's one at about 4:30, and then one at 7, those all mean something entirely different too. So it's quite a complex course, and you need to have spend months to years in training. But it really does reveal a lot about what can be happening in the body, and it gives you the tools as to how to keep yourself healthy and happy. So if you'd like more information about iridology, go to iridologycourses.com.